Hello and welcome to Tuesday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30. Good evening. Devon and Cornwall police say the World Cup and the hot weather has seen an unprecedented rise in demand. They attended 1,500 incidents on Saturday. That's twice as many as usual and the second busiest day in the history of the force.
Well, with the continuing heat wave and thousands expected to turn out for England's semi-final match tomorrow, police say people should only call 999 in a genuine emergency. Nick Smith has this report. Fingers crossed. Nick is at a pub in Plymouth for us this evening. Nick, it now seems in the last couple of hours or so that there will be big screens available for fans. Now let's turn to other news in the region now. And a World War II bomb has been safely exploded after it was discovered off the coast of Teignmouth. It was found by scuba divers.
Nearly 200 people have signed a petition calling for drug testing in schools. It comes off.
A 19-year-old man has been stabbed in Exeter city centre. It happened in the early hours.
Now, the head teacher of a Plymouth school, which looks likely to close, is now having to make school lunches for his remaining 3 pupils. Mark Cahill is keeping Plymouth Studio School going for the children who've remained, following a damning Ofsted report.
A final decision on the school's future is expected soon, but with just a few students left, it's unlikely it will reopen after the summer break. Jackie Bird has spoken to the family of one child who has struggled to find a new place. Next on this evening's programme, the Newton Abbot MP Anne-Marie Morris has spoken out against the Prime Minister's latest Brexit plan, following the proposed deal put forward by Theresa May and a number of resignations.
Well, the resulting cabinet reshuffle has seen the MP for Torridge and West Devon, Geoffrey Cox, appointed to Attorney General. We'll have more on that in a moment, but first let's go to Westminster, and David Wood is there for us. David, what concerns has Anne-Marie Morris raised then?
Events indeed. A lot going on at Westminster, David. And among all that, MP Geoffrey Cox, Attorney General now, after a lot of seat changes overnight.
Yes, John.
OK, plenty to look out for. David Wood at Westminster, thanks very much indeed.
Now, watching ITV News here in the West Country. Still ahead on tonight's programme before 6:30. Why measuring...
And the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30, with more on the build-up to tomorrow's World Cup semi-final. Here's Charlene White with the details.
But before that, scientists from the University of Exeter have found a way to prevent Asian hornets spreading. Well, the hornets can grow to 25 millimetres in length and are a real threat to our honeybees.
Tests in France and Jersey have used tiny tracking devices to find out where their nests are so that they can be destroyed. Rob Moore reports. Now, 3 years ago on this programme, we featured Kay Browning from Tiverton, who spoke about facing prejudice and violence because of his gender.
Well, now, to mark 10 years of Fixers, Kay has spoken about the campaign that gives young people a voice.
And that was Kay Browning from Tiverton with his Fixers story. You can find much more about Fixers by heading online. Now, though, if you've been near some of the West Country's rivers recently, you may have noticed some rather space-age looking teams working in them.
Well, the Environment Agency is carrying out a survey looking into water quality and, in particular, monitoring young salmon numbers. Claire Manning reports. We were quite enjoying that until we saw the eel.
Guess what we did when we saw the eel?
Oh!
Alex has joined us for the forecast. And Alex, going to get a bit cooler, but not much.
Right.
OK, Alex, thanks very much indeed. Now, before we go, let's remind you of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening. And Devon and Cornwall Police.
And that's it from us this evening. I'll be back with the late news at the usual time of 10:30.
Now they will hand you to Charlene White as the ITV News continues. From all of us on this evening's programme, have a lovely evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.